How India lost the war. Shocking confessions of an Indian general: we were outplayed, outmaneuvered, and outfought. The truth is, we lost, not because of the enemy's strength, but because of our own failures. These damning words come from a high-ranking Indian military officer who has broken his silence on one of India's most humiliating military defeats. In an explosive revelation, the general has laid bare the systemic incompetence, political interference, and strategic blunders that led to India's catastrophic failure in war. A war lost before it even began. The general, speaking on condition of anonymity, revealed that India's defeat was not a result of enemy superiority but a collapse of leadership at every level. Strategic miscalculation: we underestimated the enemy's resolve and overestimated our own capabilities. Our intelligence was flawed, our battle plans were outdated, and our political leadership was more concerned with optics than actual warfare. Logistical nightmare: our supply lines were a joke. Troops ran out of ammunition, vehicles broke down, and critical reinforcements arrived too late. The enemy exploited our disarray with brutal efficiency. Political interference: decisions were made not by generals, but by politicians who had no understanding of warfare. They micromanaged operations, delayed crucial orders, and prioritized propaganda over victory. The collapse of command: the general admitted that the Indian military's command structure failed spectacularly. Lack of coordination: the Army, Air Force, and Navy operated in silos. There was no joint strategy, no unified command. The enemy exploited these gaps with devastating effect. Cowardice and incompetence: some senior officers froze under pressure. They refused to take risks, hesitated at critical moments, and left their men to die. The enemy commanders were bolder, faster, and smarter. Betrayal of the soldier: the biggest tragedy was the betrayal of our frontline troops. They fought with courage, but their sacrifices were wasted by the failures of those in power. The aftermath: denial and delusion. Even in defeat, India's leadership refused to accept reality. Media manipulation: instead of admitting failure, they spun lies. The media was fed false narratives of tactical withdrawals and moral victories. The nation was deceived. No accountability, no one was punished. The same generals who led us to disaster were promoted. The politicians who doomed the war remained in power. A warning for the future: the general's confession is not just an indictment of the past, it is a dire warning. Unless we reform our military, purge incompetence, and end political meddling in warfare, we will lose again. And next time, the cost will be far greater. India's defeat was not an accident. It was the inevitable result of arrogance, ineptitude, and a refusal to face hard truths. The question now is, will India learn from its failures, or is another humiliation waiting to happen?